Today, we are going to be looking at the stats for my Spotify for artists for the month of May 2024. So I already did the filter for just to filter out May. Overview. 151 listeners, 29 streams. I'm getting about 1.5 streams per listener, 11 saves, which is surprising. Playlist ads, 28. Followers, 53. My followers have gone down. Ever since I stopped trying to get my music playlist, that number has went from 20,000 and all the way down, man. That hurts. It hurts. So looking at the chart, I'm averaging about, the peak is 13 in a day, but I'm averaging only a few. This is a huge dip. So I'm averaging about 5. I'm going to say about 5, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 looks like the middle. So I'm averaging about 7 streams per day, which is not good. Still low. Still trying to figure it out. But I know I just released Lost Tape 4. So this is probably why the streams are up a little bit. And why I'm probably got added to a whole bunch of playlists. Because I released new music. Which is very important. So I need to keep that rolling and more consistent. Completely my fault. Alright. You have 20,000 listeners in your total audience on Spotify. As you can see, still program is still the largest group, which is not good. Previously active, 4% in active audience, 2%, which is not good. Which I think is saying 31 people. Previously active, 722, and program basically 20,000 people. So I'm not making this up. Playlisting does work, but there is a downside for it. If you get added to random playlists, which you got to try to avoid, or this will happen and this will damage your credibility on Spotify. So I got 101 new listeners, which is good. But like I said, reactive listeners 13, new active listeners 12 out of my total audience that has heard at least one song of mine. So this number all these numbers need to go up. But total audience, I need to re-engage that audience. But I got the problem is I got the bulk of that from being added to playlists. Like people didn't search for me. It's just a song that just so happened to come on and they didn't skip. That's really what that number is. But what we want is for people to seek out my music and want to listen to it and add it to their playlist. That's the key to growing on any platform. You want people to seek you out and follow you. Demographics. So 49% male, 49% female. So a split 50-50. Which is better because it used to be just like mostly male. So 50-50 is the mix that I'm looking for. Because I have club records that guys can enjoy. Most of my music is more catered towards women. For the most part, I'm always speaking positive vibes towards the women, getting women, speaking to women, catering to women. That's my vibe, So I don't make street music. I don't have too many of those street records, which is probably a good thing at this point because I want to always push positivity and don't want to do too many street records. Gotta remind them a little bit, but at the same time I'm trying to get somewhere in life, so I have to always keep that balance. And I just released Lost Tape 4 and I got a couple of streams. So but the problem is my listeners didn't listen to it. I don't know who did, but it wasn't people that was in my listener group. So it was just more algorithm that Spotify pushed out to some new people. So keeping that in mind. Locations. The United States is my #1 market, and I need to start marketing more to the United States instead of just the whole entire globe. Canada, Mexico, Indonesia, United Kingdom, Australia, Ireland, Brazil, Germany, Malaysia, Netherlands, Hungary, Italy, Argentina, Sweden. So, according to this map, we're all over the map. I don't know what's going on in Africa. So I definitely want people in Africa to listen to my music. Absolutely. And, we're going to have Europe, India. Shout out to India and Asia. So we got a lot of gray on this map, and I want to cover all of it. So in order to do that, we need a hit record. In order to have a hit record, you need to be able to reach a lot of people all at one time. So we got some work to do. We got some planning to do. But that's pretty cool. So the bulk of my music is getting played in the United States. I need to cater to that a little bit more than what I'm doing right now. So that would definitely be happening. So with that said, I need to be more consistent. I just released. So I'm going to say I need to release about every 90 days at least, at the minimum. I can't be doing this one project and then gone for a whole year. We have to get off of that. We got to always make sure we got music that can be released at least once a month. That's the new standard, the new goal I'm trying to do. I'm trying to set that up to where I record so much that it'd be easier for me to do that. Because sometimes when you're trying to panic and like, dang, I ain't done this and that, trying to go through these ideas and pick the best ones, it can slow you down if you're not always recording like you're supposed to. They say about 2 songs a week should be okay. It's the minimum. And I'm not meeting that. I'm all over the place trying to save my brand and build it up stronger than what I have it and get things in place. So, yeah, but new music is coming. Lost Tape 5 will be on its way. I appreciate everyone that has been rocking with the music. More is on the way. And until then,